Hi, I'm Tanea Larson, and today I'm going to show you a flow option on the mat that you can do if you don't want to take the more challenging options that are sometimes offered. So if you're in an active class, sometimes a gentle class, or any type of flow class, what you'll typically see is a downward facing dog, and sometimes it's called a vinyasa. So you'll move through a little bit of a flow that looks like this. Downward facing dog, into a plank, and then they'll say chaturanga down. That means this movement coming down to a lot of times a hover, sometimes all the way down, and then a cobra or an up dog, and then back to down dog. So that's okay. That's an okay option. But if you want a more gentle option or even a pregnancy option where you don't want to come down onto your belly or you don't like being on your belly, then I want to show you a nice, more gentle, but still really good feeling movement. So I call it cow crouch plank. And to find a good distance for your legs, you'll want to start in a kneeling plank. So that's a long line from shoulders down to knees. Draw your belly in to feel strong through your core, and then neck is also in line with the spine. So a nice strong kneeling plank, like you're pushing the earth away. And then that way you've got a good distance to come back up to a long tabletop. So normally tabletop, your hands are under your shoulders, knees under the hips. We're going to take a little longer stance. And then cat-cow is like a movement like this with your spine. So the cow is head and tailbone lifting. Cow. And then from here, it's coming back into a crouch, almost like a child pose, but like you're getting ready to pounce. I usually tuck my toes under and keep the hands where they're at. Don't let them slide back. That's why we have a sticky mat. We want the hands to stay here. As you sit the hips back, you might feel a little bit of a pull through the shoulders. And it's a nice feeling pull, almost a hanging. So crouch, long spine, long line from hands through shoulders, even into the hips and the tailbone. Crouch. Plank, or we'll start with a kneeling plank. Strong shoulders. And then back up, or child pose, or down dog from here. So cow, crouch, plank. Let's try it again. Long cow. Crouch, hips toward heels. Long spine. Plank or kneeling plank, child, puppy, or down dog. Breathe to the end of your exhale. Inhale, knees down, head lifts, tailbone lifts, cow. Crouch, hips to heels, hands stay planted. Plank or kneeling plank, child, puppy, or down dog. And let's do that with the breath again. Breathe to the end of your exhale, knees down. Inhale, cow. Head and tailbone lift. Exhale, crouch. If you're pregnant, your knees will be wider. Inhale, plank or kneeling plank. Exhale, child, puppy, or down dog. So I'll show you the puppy. You would move your hands for that. Or child, and breathe. So it's a nice flow that takes about the same amount of time as doing that chaturanga down to the mat, the cobra up. I call it cow crouch plank, or a 2-breath movement. So I hope you can incorporate that in if you want a more gentle option. Thanks so much for joining me.